We're ready.
All right. How's it going, everyone? This is Jeff.
And this is Michael. We're back.
We're back, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do like a little recap of seeing Black Widow in theaters after a year delay of
Yeah,
this film.
yeah. It's been a year. It's been a while. Man, there's a lot of emotions. Just a lot of fun. It was great to get out and actually see Jeff after a year. So yeah, it was a blast.
It was, even though I was kind of worried about the time constraints because we had to change some of our original plan, but we saw it anyway. And it was still fun, and
Yeah,
even though we didn't get no popcorn this time, which we will do it next time for
yeah. Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, James Gunn.
Yes, hell yeah. We'll definitely get the popcorn and soda next time.
Yes, we will.
It's
But
good.
yeah, but it looks like that. But when we got there, it didn't look like there were many people there.
Yeah, not as many as you would think, but then again, we're still slowly getting back to some normalcy. So
Some
uh,
normalcy,
next year might be back to full.
most likely. But again, take care of yourselves. Like if you want,
Yeah,
just wear your mask.
yeah,
Some
just
things are
clean
still
up.
kind of, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, I don't think they really care at this point. I mean, I did wear my mask, but then I took it off just to like say, okay, that's just that's over because uh, I'm also trying to be out and about and everything as best I can, and it's like, okay,
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're still or still not vaccinated, just wear a mask because just that mask. Oh,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
Now, we were able to make it to so some of the what was it? The trailers were starting, and I think
yeah,
some of it was kind of interesting, entertaining, I guess.
yeah. We saw Snake Eyes trailer, which looks decent. Of course, Shang-Chi, we saw that. Not out badass as usual.
Yes, and something called
Old,
Old.
yeah, old, which I'm okay. M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Another
So,
M. Night Shyamalan, which he's kind of known, infamous for, and like, oh, okay.
yeah, it's Twist, which you'll never top. Six Sense.
You'll never
Um,
top Sixth Sense. That's so like what? And
yeah,
even though it's been like what 30 years, 25 years since that film came out, I dare
it
not even
feels
say the ending. Like, no, come on
it
now.
feels like it feels like it. I think it's 22, close to 20 years, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Because I remember I did rent The Sixth Sense on video once. As when
Yeah,
stores were big, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It was fun.
yeah, yeah. That Unbreakable probably is to best after that. Hit or miss,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess. I mean, I didn't care. I mean, what was that one? The Split was good, but that might have been like his last good one, maybe.
Split. That was with Bruce Willis.
No, Split was with James McAvoy.
Oh, where he played all that
Yeah,
the
that one.
the association disorder he had.
Yeah,
Oh,
Glass was alright.
Glass. I heard so many mixed opinions about Glass. So
And the whole, I guess, bring those characters into that
together,
together just, didn't match quite as well.
it was different. I believe, from what I understand. Like, well, it was different, and yeah.
Yeah, it was different. But yeah, but we saw the trailer for all, and like, okay. Oh, yeah, deepest fear.
Yes.
They fast, I guess.
Yes.
Which I guess is a good fear to have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Even though I'm disappointed in the fucking bathroom situation. Shit.
Oh yeah. The lack of paper towels.
There were no paper towels, and this is kind of gross, but when I was like taking a whiz and shit, and well, guys, so it doesn't really matter. Sorry, ladies, if any of your this is more for Mike's followers who are female. I'm sorry for being gross, but this happened sadly. I was taking a whiz, but the thing is the stalls are so fucking small and short.
Yeah. I don't know. Some bathrooms are not the best.
They're not. So it's like, damn,
Poor
really?
Chris. Yeah.
So I was kind of getting splashed back on my legs, like fuck, really? And I tried to control myself. I did, but it's coming out now, and like God, I don't know what to do. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I was kind of ticked off about that, but I was like, ah, fuck, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It'll dry off eventually. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of got to get yourself dirty because germs are everywhere, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. So you gotta wash your hands.
Mm. But now time for the main thing of Black Widow, and this is going to be kind. I don't want to really spoil like deep talk because we do have. I'm not sure if Chris is going to watch this or not, so I want to be careful what we say. So
Yeah.
we will try not to. We will not spoil anything major, but we will talk about certain things. And
Yeah.
I think if you want to do a spoiler, I think we can just do it at the very, very tail end. So you've been warned.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And when Chris does see it, we'll probably do like a spoiler thing next time. Maybe.
Most likely, but we'll just name. I guess how we'll frame this. We'll talk about this movie and just get comments out and try as best we can not to spoil anything. As best we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I think there might be one, two, or three things in that movie which is like, whoa, kind of big, and it's just better to let people experience it for themselves.
Definitely, because like it's very action packed.
Very action packed. Very, yeah. So I guess we can get started.
Yeah, definitely.
So apparently, So in the beginning of the film, we just see like we are experiencing uh, someone's past and everything, and it's taking place in
Yeah,
1995. So remember
yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
And we see two girls like having fun and everything, and then we see like a mom appear, and she's like kind of being the typical mom, like, but she's kind of got like some kind of grit to her because she's like saying like you guys got to be tough and everything, but like in a sweet way or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then then they go back to the house, and she like says something about fireflies and the fluorescence and how the lights and everything, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. And then when they're home and everything, the dad comes home, and it's of course David Harbour from Stranger Things, and
Yeah,
and that 2 or 3 year old movie Hellboy, which flopped in the box office. So R.I.P. that movie franchise for trying to start it up again, and it just got buried underneath so much criticism.
yeah,
And actually, I don't think you can even watch that movie. Ironically, I remember I saw it. I didn't mind it. I thought it was kind of good, but I remember Chris saying he hated the film because he said, and I quote, they started it at the tail end of the almost comic book series ending. So it's like there's no point to start at the tail end of a comic book and not just start at the beginning and whatever. Like, why would you go to that storyline? I think that's what he was getting at.
yeah. I can see that argument. Like, why not? I guess start at the beginning, and I guess I can see like some people like questioning why this movie wasn't made maybe like a few years ago.
Hmm.
Go, like like maybe before Captain Marvel, right around that time.
Hmm.
Uh, well, I mean, there's probably reasons, but I'm glad it's made.
Yeah. Hmm. But anyway, so there's something going on with the family dinner because apparently they gotta get going because apparently something's about to happen.
Yeah,
And it's very action oriented for the beginning of the film because I know I was surprised at some parts of throughout the entire film. Uh, when I was since Mike and I sat next to each other, I know I was guy kind of exclaiming certain things like "What the fuck? Whoa! I did not get any of this in a Black Widow film. I don't know what the fuck I was expecting. I didn't know. I just knew I wasn't expecting that, and it was just awesome.
yeah. It was like very action packed from beginning to end yet, or something. Not so like quiet periods, but definitely there were some action packed sequences, especially with the Black Widow, first, as well as later on get the Taskmaster.
Oh that shit was like baller. I guess I'm gonna say.
Yeah, those fights were great.
They were, and I'm going to skip ahead a little bit just to get you a point. Uh, After they wind up in Cuba,
Yes,
Cancun, Cuba,
Cuba.
Cuba,
Yes,
and then we realize that it was all nothing but a mission.
yeah, it's a mission. Obviously, three of them knew it was a mission. The
Except
youngest,
for little Yelena.
uh,
Oh, but
yeah,
I forgot. There's a little girl next to Natasha in the thing. That's Yelena. She's the little
yeah,
sister, and she's like a couple years younger than Natasha herself because Natasha looked
yeah,
like she was a wafy, what, 10-year old, and Yelena's like 5 years younger, maybe, I guess.
yeah. Looks about right.
So there's like a lot of emotional attachment to them, but um, we do get hints that Yelena knows how to take care of herself as a little girl because she's able to like she knows how what to do to like when they're escaping from the place and shit. She's like
Yeah.
moving blocks and everything. So it's like, oh wow, that's a smart little girl. And not in general, like she like wow, that's an indication she's not like complaining or anything much.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So we find out it was a Russian. So we found out it was like they're in Cuba and it's like a Russian thing that's going on. Because if you don't know, or if any kind of thing like that like that show called The Americans,
Yes.
it's similar to this. The Americans is pretty much a Black Widow thing, kind of, because it's like
Yeah, yeah.
very Americans.
Yeah, it very much is. It's just like similar plot idea, obviously. You know,
Yes.
family posing with family agents posing as family.
Yeah, and it's very. I found it very entertaining. I found it very interesting that, um, it was like of course the Russian thing because that's a big thing kind of in history, which I suck at, but I kind of got the gist more or less.
Yeah, the United States and Russian rivalry continues.
And fun fact, this kind of it also reminded me of what Tony said to Natasha during Civil War and
Yeah,
about the whole you are a Russian spy. And she just said, "Really, Tony, you're gonna be a dick about this, really? Because if you don't know, Natasha is a Russian spy.
yeah,
That's her gist. That's her thing.
yeah. Tony says a lot of things.
Yes, he does. The fucking asshole, but he's got the big fan base or whatever. But he can't say anything
Well,
against it.
we love him because Robert Downey Jr. I think that's more
Robert
than the
Downey
reason.
Jr. and actually R.I.P. to his dad.
Yeah, yeah,
He did pass this week, so please give a
yeah,
prayer for him.
yeah, definitely.
Mm,
Yeah, he's going through some, it's sad when that happens.
yes, it
Yeah,
is.
but still, Robert Downey Jr. is still a good actor. Played Tony really well,
Yes, he
and
does. He made Tony his own. Like, okay, I can respect the hell out of this.
yeah, because he made him popular. Let's face it, Tony was not popular until Robert Downey Jr. got to him.
Exactly, because again, if you don't know, comics of the '90s period that we grew up in,
Yes,
it was pretty much next to Spider-Man. It was mostly X-Men running the show in the '90s.
yeah, X Men, and then think Fantastic Four might have been like third in terms of popularity.
It was most likely third, but at the same time, a lot of shit was going down with the Fantastic Four during that period, and this is
Yeah,
why this is why they, editorial and writers at the time, they decided to try to rebrand the Fantastic Four and Avengers in the Onslaught event afterwards, and Heroes Reborn.
yeah. That period was weird, man.
Very weird, and then they eventually come back, and it's like continue on in the individual stories of the
Yeah.
comics, but it's
Mm-hmm.
still kind of confusing. But whatever, we will eventually one day we'll talk about that period as I guess maybe in a comic book talk. Maybe we'll talk about the ins and outs of the how maybe how times have changed from comics and what we remember about it or whatever.
Yeah, but this, but being simple, comics were and still are so convoluted.
Yes, comics are fucking convoluted too. Like even like that's why it gets like some new readers are can be so intimidated getting involved with certain things. Like, oh,
Yeah,
what?
which is why I think these are kind of like likes to reboot every 5 years or something ridiculous.
Yes,
But anyways, yeah,
but yeah, back on point. We see that Natasha's somewhat very protective of Yelena. I'm sorry, I don't have a fucking pronounce her name, but it's Yelena, I believe. And
yeah,
she was protective of her as a child because they were going to get separated. Because if we already know that she will become Black Widow, or at least one of them, or because the title's like supposed to be all about that. The title, it's a title itself, not a code. It's a code name, but it's a title that's given to all of them. But
yeah,
we
oh,
specifically give it to Natasha
yes,
because she's like the most popular one that we know in any media now.
yeah, because of the adventures and stuff. More
Hmm.
like,
And we actually get this good opening about of like all the espionage and what the girls go through because it's all little girls getting taken and like put in the
yeah,
red room. It's like whoa, it's very propagandary. Like oh shit, like
very
conspiracy theory.
watching these cartoons like DuckTales, like that's
We saw a DuckTales reference. We saw a DuckTales Easter egg. Yes, yes.
so I'm assuming that's like them like must hate the rich because Scrooge Duck is rich or something like capitalism.
Yes, greed is a thing. That's the symbolism. That's why they call it symbolism in a way.
Yeah. Designing their products.
Yes. And again, I mean, one minor thing. Ducktales is fucking awesome. That theme is just great. It's very
Yeah,
iconic. It's still
it
it's hands down still great. But I also, and this is surprising coming from me, and I encourage you also watch the new movie series too, which has
yeah,
ended. So go watch it. It's on Disney Plus too.
yeah. It's on Disney Plus. It is a good series. I highly recommend it, and I'm hoping we're looking forward rather to the new DuckTales reboot, or not DuckTales, Duck reboot, whenever that is made.
Hmm. And
Um,
so, and for context, what we're when we said DuckTales, we meant the '80s DuckTales that came out from 1989 to like the early '90s,
yeah,
and I'm also saying watch that, of course, but also
yeah.
watch the new series too because that's also has a good story and that you will not be disappointed as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
but anyway, so we
yeah,
see we see all the girls getting trained in a nice montage in the opening, and then we are flash forward to 21 years in the future, so it's 2016 in the
yeah,
current timeline of this movie because it's like the same time as Civil War,
yeah.
and we see what's his name, Ross?
Yep, General Ross from the Incredible Hulk movie, that poorly forgotten Marvel film that is not bad but not great either.
Yeah, I mentioned that to you because I've never seen the Incredible Hulk film.
Yeah, I mean it was better than that 2001 or
I can
2000.
believe it. I can believe it.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it in a while, so yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah. But anyway, so the current timeline: Black Widow, and I guess it's kind of spoiler, but I think we realize it because this was like coming out after Endgame, so
yeah, yeah,
that's a thing, and a year delayed and shit. Like, oh fuck, okay.
yeah,
Uh, Black Widow's movie takes place after Civil War, and everyone's like on the lam. Well, particularly Steve and Natasha are, because they're the only two Avengers who are not captured, and everyone else is on the raft, I believe. But as we saw in
yeah.
Civil War,
The raft, and they mentioned the names, and poor Scott Lang just remembered as that
no
guy.
one gives fucking respect to Scott effing Lang. I
That
feel
guy who
bad
grows
for him.
big or something, and it's like
No one
Chris
respects
Tinker,
Scott, no matter what happens.
and just references that guy who grows big, basically.
Yeah.
I was snickering, and then was like, "Oh, poor Scott."
No one respects Scott. Tony doesn't respect Scott at first until like the tail, like at the middle, like almost at the beginning, and like what was it, like middle part of Avengers Endgame or something?
Yeah, yeah. Finally, when he just figures out let's use the quantum realm to go through time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but but I but for the most part, and I'm thinking this is going to be the part where we kind of just start jumping a little bit, so not to like really
yeah,
spoil as best we can. Uh, I'll say, but we'll say this much: Uh, Natasha is good at hiding. I love the fact that in this film we are focused, of course, focused on Natasha and how she just said, "Dude, I can pretty much just be gone and you will never find me."
yeah,
This really showcases that what she says goes. She did it. She was able to escape custody for the most part because she's just smarter than Ross and shit. And it's like, of course she is, dude. She told and I'm quoting what's his name? The new Captain America.
um, dang it.
I know, right? Like, fuck, what's his name? God damn it, what the fuck?
And what was this like Falcon?
Falcon said, you're the one that told the UA to kiss your ass. And this is true. If you go back to Winter Soldier, she pretty much not just says, you can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
To the entire UN or something like, yeah, she did say kiss my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't say it, but it's more like, but it's like a, yeah, kiss my ass. If you try to stop me, see what happens.
Yeah,
Like, oh fuck, okay.
I mean, more or less, and she did that. Like she's good at acting. She's been doing this for years.
She was, and it's very cool to see what she's doing during this period, this hectic period of all the Avengers being broken up and everyone making jokes about it. Well, particularly some characters. Well, no, one person in particular who we'll get to. And then we see this awesome sequence of we meet Yelena as an adult, and she's like one of the Black Widow dolls, and and I'm going to refer to them as the dolls because I think it's like kind of more accurate that they are.
Yeah, because they're being controlled more or less.
Yeah. So, and we get to see a good intense action sequence from Yelena, and she is sprayed by this red chemical that is somehow able to disrupt the mind, some kind of weird thing in her synapse psyche, I guess.
Yeah, and it's basically counteracts the mind control mechanism. And
And she's self aware.
yeah, yeah, and she's able obviously to take out the tracking in her leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she realizes, oh shit, gotta get out of here after she, she realizes gotta, send this away, and she does.
Mm-hmm.
Sends it to, I guess she sends it to Natasha slash to the Budapest safe house.
Budapest is mentioned, and we finally see Budapest as mentioned in the first Avengers film. Like, it's just like Budapest. Which part? Or something.
Yeah,
Whatever Natasha and Clint said. Like, oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, we finally get to see it. So, like, if you read Kevin and Hobbes, they always reference a incident for just new incident, but we never got to see it
Mm.
or refer to it. But finally, in this movie, we figure out what is Budapest and what does it mean. And
And what went down as best it can, because it was like this secret thing that only they knew, and we had no idea as the fans knew what they were talking about. We just know it was Budapest. Something happened in Budapest.
yeah, in a rage of fear, kept mispronouncing it.
Budapest, Budapest, Budapest.
Budapest. uh,
But I'll kind of flash forward a little bit. Natasha's whole goal in this movie now is to, well, oh, I don't have to fast forward it, because she's on the lam, and she's like trying to take care of herself, and she has to go to town because I guess I
yeah,
guess there's no gas in the canisters to fuel the generator she has to use and shit.
yeah, because she got to Norway, which is, a nice country, by the way.
Mm.
Cold but nice.
Yeah, she is in Norway, and eventually Norway is going to be home to the Asgardian.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's interesting. Like, wow, this movie is really giving us some interesting Easter eggs, even though they've already happened. Because
Yeah,
the timeline, my God, this is the past. This is not the current future. What we are so used to now with Scarlet, like with WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, or now Captain America Winter Soldier, and Loki.
yeah, Loki. I mean, all connected. And I think Phase 4 is about, like, character development, really. Like, exploring other characters' roles. The ones who aren't, like, didn't get fleshed out as much. Obviously, Black Widow. She didn't get her movie till now, but
I know that is so disappointing. That's the really most disheartening thing to know, that
yeah,
she finally gets her movie and she's already dead in the current timeline.
yeah. Like, it's a shame. Which, once again, like, if I ever, like, I guess criticism or observation, it's this movie should have been done 3-4 years ago, maybe.
It really should have been, like, especially around after Civil War. This movie should
Yeah,
have come. This movie should have just come like that. Like, oh, let's see
yeah,
what Natasha's doing. Finally.
yeah, exactly. Like, we got to see what Thor and Hulk got doing in Ragnarok when and Natasha's story.
And we I guess some fans treat Natasha as nothing because she's the girl, and what does she do? She just stand there look pretty, and it's like, I mean, I'm not the biggest Black Widow head, but I get her significance to an extent.
Yeah, like, she's important.
She is, and even though in this MCU version of her, she has never hooked up with Matt Murdock Daredevil, which is kind of disappointing because apparently they have some interesting chemistry in the comics,
Yeah,
or they allude that they made mention about their relationship or being together, and it's like complicated because it's like fucking Matt.
yeah. Sadly, the whole Daredevil and Netflix Marvels is treated like crud, really.
Yeah, it's
Sadly,
like echoes of it. Like, oh, I hear something, but we're not really connected. Okay.
yeah. I guess Faces Chill in some ways, especially like the last few seasons.
They tried to connect it with the whole what was the Winter Soldier and season 2 of Agents of Shield,
Yeah,
but it sadly kind of withered out. Like, we gotta do our own thing. Sadly,
and I think after was it Civil War they stopped connecting. Or maybe, yeah, I think Civil War, or maybe it's actually Age of Ultron. I think stopped trying to connect it.
Age of Ultron sounds about right.
Because I think Sokovia was mentioned once, but after that, they just did.
They stop completely, and it's kind of sad. But that's like more. That's more. that's like behind the scenes shit. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of the shenanigans between Globe and the Marvel guy for if I could make control over it.
I mean, hypothetically, if Feige did have control of it, he would have made that shit like. I guess I might be giving him too much credit, but he would have probably had a clean shift. Like everything is connected. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think he would have made it better, like chance of connecting it, but no one's gonna know TV, the Vibe Plus, um, the Marvel, that are Marvel comics, not Marvel entertainment. Was kind of a dick and
Mm,
stuff.
true, true, true.
Poor Disney said, okay, you're discussing the comics. Kevin, you got control of Marvel in terms of films, TV now. And so he's been writing the ship in that area.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
yeah, sadly, the Netflix and Agents of Shield period was not the best.
They
They
tried. They tried, especially with their fucking Inhuman angle, which.
were, yeah, that period was the worst.
Well,
It never happened.
the Inhumans at this point never happened, and I'm kind of glad that they buried it, and two, we as viewers probably have not thought about fucking Inhumans in years.
Yeah, we kind of passed it off as a bad dream.
Just
Or,
like, unfortunately, Iron Fist too. R.I.P.
yeah, or Green Lantern, or Fantastic.
Oh, my heart breaks, or not breaks. My heart is just, ugh.
Yeah, or Witness movies. We just pass them off as.
One day we will do Fantastic in some form or fashion. We will do it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll do a riff of it at some point.
And I will just say, this is not right. This is not supposed to be. I don't care what interpretation this shit is. This is not right. No fucking Ganty Street. What the fuck? He's supposed to be Jewish?
Yeah,
Growing up in the Lower East Side?
and that is a very important part of Ben's character, is he is Jewish.
Yeah, Jewish, and they just killed it right there. But then I don't think some don't know that Ben is really Jewish.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
And it was established like in the 80s or 90s, I would think. But I don't know.
It sounds right, actually. I think so. But yeah.
But anyway, yeah. But pretty much. So Natasha's getting gas, and then she gets attacked by someone, and it's fucking Crossbones, I believe.
The Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, because Crossbones is unfortunately dead. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Quote unquote Taskmaster. We'll get to that part because I'm curious what your thoughts about changing his background a little bit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's a good fighting scene with this. What's going on with Taskmaster versus Black Widow, because we do see like brief image of Taskmaster getting prepared, and it's very cool and kind of creepy that he knows how to, he knows how to use
the
Avengers skills against them. Like he can use their move sets.
Yeah.
And you see that periodically, like with spoiler, but as you see in the trailer, Hawkeye's bow skills, T'Challa's Black Panther like claw like abilities or fighting style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Captain America's shield tackling.
Yeah, his very own variation of it. And of course, Tasha's poses.
Oh fuck! The throw your legs over the neck thing and just flip your hair. Fuck what?
That was like one of the funniest parts of that movie.
She's just shocked, like my patented move didn't work. What?
What?
What the fuck? This is not supposed to happen. They usually fall down. They finally stay unconscious. Jesus.
Yeah. Taskmaster says nope.
But he's making Natasha try to earn this fight pretty much, and it's really cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Very, very brutal, but very good.
Yeah, and eventually she's able to escape, and then this is where we get to almost real crux of the story, where her and Yelena meet up again in
Yeah,
Budapest,
in
and
Budapest.
it's a thing. It's like a total big thing, and let's just say a lot of shit starts happening in the film at this point, which kind of goes into spoiler territory. But
Yeah,
I so for this part, if you've seen the trailer, you know that the dude Red Guardian, that's his name, right?
a Red Guardian, who is Soviet version of Captain America, or he
Yeah.
likes to think he's Captain America, because Wild Tassel. Yeah, I fuck Captain America. No, not really.
Yeah, dude, 1980s. Dude, he was still like trapped in ice. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he was like released until I guess 2011,
11? 2010?
12, close. Well, shortly before Avengers.
Yeah, because Captain America First Avenger is like
Yeah,
comes out after Thor and then before Avengers.
yeah,
Mm. So yeah, but the big dude is like gloaty and everything and wants the olden days back of past glory, and Natasha and Yelena have to break him out for a specific reason. And they have
yeah,
to find someone else. I believe this is kind of spoily, but whatever. I'll just say if you haven't seen the poster right now on the screen, there is another character who was the mother in this scenario.
yeah. The mother who also worked on the Black Widow program, such Red Room, which is where the Black Widows are, quote unquote, mind control trained.
It's sad. It's really like, damn, that's like rough right there.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, and they end up breaking him out of prison because I thought first he might know where it is because he was trying to connect it to the brains behind it.
Yes, the major leader behind the Red Room, and the experiment with the dolls and shit. And
Yeah,
he just says, "No, I was just a trophy, and the real person was the brains, was my wife, or at least who pretended to be my wife and shit."
yeah.
And it was
So,
interesting. Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Go on.
yeah, and then of course they do go and visit her after that cool breakout where an avalanche happens.
Only because Yelena is fucking neutral chaotic, because she's just like,
Neutral
oh well,
guy.
oh fuck this. She is like, whatever, I'm gonna get this shit done. Like, oh fuck, I did it. Oh,
Brings
I
out a
caused this to
gun.
happen.
Yeah, she brings out a gun, blows up one of those like towers, which causes noise, and an avalanche happens, and she's like, "Yeah, that's a cool way to die." Yeah,
Yelena is fucking MVP of this film, I gotta say.
she is great, and I hope she appears in more because I think she's a great character.
She is more likable than her comic book counterpart.
Yeah, definitely, and I could see her potentially in a future Avengers film, like years down the road, maybe
Yeah.
whenever they do Avengers.
Yes, because Yelena is very sarcastic, very like pragmatic, but no, not pragmatic. She's like a character I know of from oh god, that show I used to watch, Orphan Black.
Yeah,
She's similar to one of the main characters of that show, the one that was from Germany or whatever. She reminded me of her, and
yeah,
I like that. So I was like, Yelena's fucking awesome. She's a great character. I think she was very fleshed out in this film,
yes, definitely.
and you were kind of rooting for her in the end, along with Natasha and everything, due to their upbringings and shit. But it's like, okay, Yeah, I get it. And Yelena's whole thing is that even though, as you said, Mike, that they, as I said, they knew it was a mission, she said, no, this was my everything.
Yeah.
And I really saw, and I really got to be like, damn.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Just like those 3 years of Faith was the best, you know, the best, thing for her. It was like the happiest she ever was.
Mm, mm. And and later, Natasha is having it out with their quote unquote folks and shit. It's kind of funny, but at some point, but they get serious and shit's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And pretty much it kind of goes off from there, and a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of action, a lot of brutality in this film. I found it so very entertaining that I was very invested with what's going on with the movie and story. That honestly, I can't really say a critique, even though I
Yeah.
know it's not perfect. I honestly can't think of any critiques of the film, as some
Yeah.
would see, because I was just fucking entertained. Like this is how an MC movie should be at times. Just like Ant-Man and the Wasp. This
Yeah.
was great. I don't care what anyone
Fun.
says. That is a good film.
Yeah, fun and kind of like action. Like, not, I guess, too deep. Definitely fun in its own way. And I do like the movie. I think it's good. And I don't really see any critiques besides like that one observation. I thought, just like once again should have been done, after Civil War.
It really should. This film is good, but however,
Yeah.
the timeline is so fucky because now, I mean, unfortunately with COVID, it fucked everything up. So
Yeah.
RIP to 2020. However,
Yeah.
we are currently in the fourth. We are still in the beginning of the fourth,
Hey.
the fourth phase of the MCU right now. And even though this film was supposed to come out last year to like kind of be like maybe a kind of an in between it, no, like a still part of the phase four, but not really. I don't know. I don't know how to
Like the
describe it.
introduction. It's like it's like the introduction slash I guess you'd say like Spider-Man Homecoming channel or not Homecoming up. No, whatever. Far from home.
Far From Home, which was alright.
You know,
Not the best, but it was alright.
like once again, I don't like the titles, but um, I was getting mixed up because I don't care for titles, but it's sort of like that where it's sort of as well, except for this is like I said, before Endgame, but also like the post credit scene is after Endgame play, but so it's kind of in between all over the place, which also said Phase 4 is gonna be um almost all over the place in certain areas.
To
But
build up the current foundation of the future of the MCU.
yeah, because once again, like WandaVision, Falcon and Soldier, and Loki, they're like I said, I think Phase 4 is about developing characters, fleshing out characters that didn't get like their time and shine, except for brief moments like Bucky, obviously, as Winter Soldier. Um, Sam, that's the thing.
Thank you.
Falcon,
Yeah, Sam.
Flash, to new Captain America, uh, getting more screen time, more like development, and of course Wanda and Vision in their development, those great quotes, and of course Agatha, Agatha along.
It was Agatha all along.
Yeah, and of course we got to see him dancing in Falcon and Soldier. Still so probably one of my favorites. But we're getting like these great moments and reminding us that once again, Age of Ultron was a bad film, and it still has an impact.
Yes, Age of Ultron deserves a fucking apology through all the discourse it got because it was not a bad film.
No, it wasn't.
It was there, but it was not in the least bad, and it got such a bad rap from everyone who was on the internet at the time.
Yeah, I guess they wanted Terminator Ultron.
Yes, and I actually kind of now have this thing to think that even some of the good reviewers who I liked at the time, they also kind of crapped on it. It's like, you know that the people that listen to you are going by what you say as best you can, right? So
Um,
you're kind of tainting it, and I didn't realize this until now. So like, okay, that's a
yeah,
big shame on me, but whatever. But
yeah.
I did like Age of Ultron for what it
Yes, I
was. Like,
did.
it's not bad. It's like, oh yeah, it's good.
It's good. I mean, I think it's honestly better than the first movie, in my opinion, at least.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, I do get some critiques for that, but I still think it's better than first one because first one's good, but also kind of boring in some parts.
It's kind of long at points.
Yeah, that too. It
It's
felt long.
like, okay.
Felt down. It's kind of sad because it felt long in Endgame, and Endgame is much longer.
Endgame didn't make it seem like it was long though. It's like it was going like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like even
Uh,
though I think it was kind of slow on the Gamora Thanos shit part of Endgame.
oh yeah, that part. Oh god, that part.
Yeah, it's like kind of slow, but okay, whatever.
Well, yeah, I got little slowness, I guess.
But
Got that
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But but yeah, no, Age of Ultron still has an impact because we know Wanda did her magic. Tony gets this stupid idea. Ultron's created. Sokovia is, a mess, destroyed, whatever you want to take from it.
That's just not even a footnote. It's gonna be a fucking footnote when that Varia gets up and gets involved in that shit.
More likely, despite how Latveria will form eventually. Like, we're effing tired. Look what happens to Sokovia.
Or it's like there, but we don't know about it because it's like a very small country that has no governance yet until like
Yeah,
Victor takes the throne and shit and is like scientifically forward, and people will probably think like he's like the next like Tony Stark or whatever, but
yeah.
better, or maybe I don't know.
Better, at least not the stupid and like, oh yeah,
And
yeah.
not leaving it to my girlfriend to run the company's day to day shit.
Oh yeah, 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 that works. No, it doesn't. You get an Ultron, and Ultron is, well, more or less be back in what if.
Ultron will forever live in our hearts, more or less, as being very sarcastic and quippy.
Yes, great James Spader, great actor. Once again, bunch of on the blacklist because he's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but either way, Ultron still has an impact. Age of Ultron still has an impact just as much as Endgame still has an impact. Both
Yes.
these films, or three films, have an impact still on her. So
Yes.
still roll out.
And Black Widow really just is giving us like a lot of Easter eggs for the future that we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we know that she's not going to die because one, she's technically she's not even because she's dead in the future that we know that we just saw. So
Yeah.
it's like, God, this movie's great, but this movie's good or great, whatever you want to say. But it's like,
Yeah.
though I agree, Mike. Especially this movie needed to be made 5 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. At least 5 years ago. Maybe even longer. Like, you know. But once again, back then, that period was madness. But
Yeah, we had a lot of like, what was it? No, I mean it's still going on now, but we had like a lot of a dissonance in a lot of things at the time, of politics and other things too.
Yeah, sadly, and and of course fans being, some of them being asses.
Oh my god, the fans kind of fanning the flames of anything that was like against whatever is that they want in a movie, and Captain Marvel, and
Yeah, that was like ugly.
it was very ugly. And I'm thinking Captain Marvel still needs time to heal before some are able to say finally like, oh, this is actually a good film, and it is, because again, I watched that film last year and it was good. She was not fucking arrogant. She was just what you. It was it was just her personality. That's all that shit was.
Yeah, just raised. I mean, it's a taught that way because stupid. Because create programming, quote unquote, and stuff. So she was like, I know people are like, oh, she's wooden. Well,
She's
that's
not
kind of her.
wooden. Wouldn't you be like that too if you were like
Yeah,
brainwashed?
yeah, brainwashed and raised by the Cree. Not like she's on her in the 90s being raised.
90s, baby.
I mean, she was raised by the Cree, Ronan, that dude, remember him from Galaxy? Blue, kind of a jackass, a hammer, obsessed with Cree, whatever. Yeah, those guys. Or yeah, hunting
Mhm.
scrolls. Yeah,
Oh god, we still haven't even tackled the fucking scroll phenomenon right now, have we?
yeah. I'm sure when Secret Invasion comes, we'll see more scrolls for sure.
I'm telling you, scroll. The Secret Invasion's gonna be very Alien Nation.
Yeah, yeah, and probably we're gonna be getting scrolls posing as some characters and outfits to trick people. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh god, the fan base is gonna go wild. Like, I see Tony Stark. Oh my god, he's really alive. Don't be an idiot. You know Tony's dead.
Yeah, it's more likely a scroll because there's no Lady Death in this universe. First of all, so
I
she
bet
ain't.
there's no incarnation of death or entropy or whatever. Like, no. That would be a
Yeah,
tad bit too much, Mike, I'm afraid.
yeah, especially since there's a female in the MCU or Marvel universe rather than not the MCU. So yeah, we don't want to go that route because of Thanos' obsession with death.
Yes. Now, to bring it back to Black Widow, though, I do appreciate one thing that is, and I think it's because I'm much more older compared to when we saw originally saw Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
The delicate situation when it comes to the dolls, the Black Widow's internal reproductive organs,
yeah,
which was established in Whedon, which in hindsight now makes like, no, he should never have. I don't think he honestly had no emotional capacity to ever write or direct or produce a scene like that. Honestly,
yeah,
it was like in the most weird, weirdest way that he could ever do it. It sucks now in hindsight that I don't appreciate. And of course,
yeah,
yeah, I'm going to leave it to Yelena to say, like, no, what they did to us is this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Yeah, that's
yeah.
one way yeah, that's the way. Yeah, okay.
She was honest,
She was just
just like
fucking
what
honest about
they.
it. She wasn't like, "Oh, I feel like a monster because or something." Whatever she said it. Whatever. Not Josh said it. You just built on it. No, don't say that. It's fine. I don't mind that you don't have it. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't mind. I want to empathize with you, but you're kind of doing it in a way that's making it seem like, oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. This feels so wrong. I'm a guy, and this feels wrong in a way.
and I
I'm
don't
a,
want
I'm
to.
a guy, and this feels wrong in many ways, and it was not done in the best capacity.
Yeah, it's terrible. Stuff. I remember. once again, like, they don't attempt at a quote unquote romance with Bruce, which they obviously moved on from that real fast after the movie.
They were draw. I'm sorry. They were like shooting blanks at that. For my sake.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. Like, if if there is going to be a quote unquote romance, and I would say it was more likely between her and Steve, being more honest. Because
I
after,
honestly believe Natasha and Steve could have been a potential thing in Winter Soldier.
yeah, definitely. So I could see that angle made more sense to me than the Bruce angle, which I don't know.
I would have thought that they should have brought in that darn woman Betty.
Yeah, you would think Betty would have been brought back, but she has not been seen since the Incredible Hulk.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. Did they just forget about her? Like,
Of
throw
course,
her
I forgot about
on?
her.
I guess they forgot her, just like Durham did vlog.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, but I think that Black Widow, from what we said, even though we can't go into any more details than what we have just explored, but just so you know, it's great, and I found it great. Everything was good. The emotional beats hit for me.
Yeah.
Uh, the fucking fighting in this was oh,
Well done.
very well done. Again, the word brutal will be used. Brutal, like oh yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. And I honestly like what they did with that master in this version.
Yes, Taskmaster was wow. I had no clue. Like damn, they really
I,
brought the A game for this
yeah,
character.
I think honestly, what they did with this version Taskmaster kind of did in terms of like what this villain is, who is a very violent, I'd say, misogynist in a way, because dismissive women treats women as, objects or dolls, as Jeff said, because
Hmm.
he has to control them with that, brain and stuff. And, with that speech about the world that's like, plenty of women to supply him with his widows and his armies and stuff. So clearly, and this, once again, um, Taskmaster's story being tweaked. Obviously, I know some fans would like to support it wasn't, the original Taskmaster from the Marvel Universe or the designs, and the design could have been obviously for practical reasons. A skull. I mean, you got to see a skull in a way. Design.
Yes, you did. But I believe you once mentioned something about China being a factor too.
Yeah, because China has this position against like death or anything like relegated to death or related to death or images. It's considered bad luck. Now it's not that they're against skulls, but any representation of death and obviously Taskmaster with a hood, skull face kind of represents death because it's in pop culture death looks like a hooded figure in a skull face normally. Video games like Castlevania, the Grim Reaper is death is or Grim Reaper is a little skeleton face with sickles. So I can see maybe why they changed it, or at least okay, we're gonna tweak the design to that one. Then different cultures, especially like China and Asian cultures, because um, death is considered like bad luck, taboo. Um, we don't like talk about it, especially during certain holidays like the New Year or during events. there are certain exceptions, obviously, Japan, obviously, Oban, Festival of the Dead and stuff. Not Festival of the Dead, but honoring the dead. But even then, we don't talk about death or demons and stuff because it's considered bad luck
Mm-hmm.
or stuff. It's just once again, it's superstition, and for like us in the West, we might think, oh, it's silly, but for some cultures, it's just the way they're raised, just the way it is. Like
Yeah.
in certain other cultures, there's things that we don't do because it's offensive to their culture, like shaking a certain hand. Why? Well, because it represents. Well, I'm not getting into it because it's too much, especially for women. But there's certain things that we just don't do. So I think Marvel realizes, okay, we want to release this from China. We might have to tweak certain things. That's why, like, Mephisto might not be introduced ever. I mean, if he is, they might tweak his design or combine him with another villain like Nightmare or a Loki variant, maybe.
Maybe. But but I get what you're saying, and it's all
Yeah,
about a matter of respect also. So
yeah,
I don't really care whatever redesigns they do for any kind of character because, like, okay, whatever,
yeah.
it's just a costume. Like, why are fans getting upset by this? Because what, they want an accurate, Kate flowy, skull faced dude like to stare
I
at
mean,
you or whatever. Like, what? Okay.
yeah, that's not practical for a stunt person to use.
No capes, as Mode in from the Invincible said. No capes.
Yeah, like it's hard, especially like design plus a cape, and it's dangerous.
Capes
Stunt
work in
people.
comics, not they cannot really work in live action
Yeah,
well,
they were.
depending live action adaptations, depending on what they do.
Yeah, and most of the time they CGI those capes, but like um for practical reasons, obviously, it just makes them look like almost like a robot. In a way, like the programming is like very reminiscent of, you know, like a robot almost.
Mm,
And at first think, oh, maybe it's robot, it's not. But it's like, um, it's like the Matrix, where like you're getting food sped, kind of like these skills.
mm.
And that's kind of like what that's what there is. So if they wanted to bring back a quote unquote taskmaster, they could like reintroduce this idea of someone copying and then being inspired by a taskmaster original, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and they could do that and make it more closer, but not quite comic book accurate. I can see that in the future. But to be honest, I don't really care as much about Taskmaster. I mean, he's a great villain, but like he's not he's not gonna break a movie just because he doesn't look like the Grim Reaper. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Besides, I don't know much about the Taskmaster except that I believe I remember a friend once showed me a Deadpool beats Taskmaster thing, which I guess was important, but I didn't really care. Like, okay, whatever.
I mean, the only thing I know is, well, he was in Spider-Man. That's about it. And like, okay, cool, great,
Hmm.
great. Nah, he fights. Cool.
But
He's no,
oh, go on, you go.
he's no Doctor Doom. He's no Ultron. So I don't care.
Taskmaster is I don't know. I know he's supposed to be a big, but Taskmaster's supposed to be a big threat. But it's like,
Yeah,
when you
he,
think of it, it's like, is it really that serious? Like, he's just there, okay, or they're just there, or or whatever. He's just there, like, whatever.
yeah. I mean, he's there. I mean, like, yes, he's an important villain and character, but like, but really, is he gonna? What? I mean, I guess like, what type of threat is he gonna be in the future. Not very, especially when we got all these other villains coming up, like Kang, in the future, um, whatever the villain is, and Multiverse of Madness, eventually Galactus will show up 10
Maybe
years
we don't even know if
from
well
now.
we don't know yet because again anything Fantastic Four related is not happening at least until we get like
Yeah,
what no I ain't worried about that for like another year or two.
yeah, like Galactus will be at some point, like down the road. But like, we got him for two in the future. Be Doctor Doom sometime too as well. So we got very important villains that I'm actually excited for. But yeah, but Taskmaster, I mean, yes, you could probably bring him back in the future. Maybe, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But more please one and done because other than Black Widow, I don't know if it would work. Maybe Captain American or Winter Soldier. Maybe.
I feel like Taskmaster works well in the Captain America Winter Soldier and Sharon Carter kind of aspect.
Yeah. I mean, so I can see them maybe bringing them back or some variation or successor, but really, I
Or
don't really.
Ghost from Ant Man and the Wasp. Ghost. I feel
Yeah,
like she needs to come back for some reason.
yeah, she might come back at some point. So like, I can see them bring some of these like characters back. But yeah. But in terms of like their big plan, Taskmaster's purpose, I guess, was serve. Um,
Yes. Yes.
more or less. Um, because once again, I think this version of Taskmaster did well with once again the villain themes. Yeah, I think it's well done. Like as I have no problem with them like tweaking villains. They don't have to always be comic book accurate because comic book accurate
It's
this.
impossible, really.
Yeah, sometimes it's convoluted, and there have been I've read that there's been like a female Taskmaster. There's African American one, so really, Taskmaster can be anyone, really.
And honestly, it is mostly just the white male population who are fans of these characters or whatever that act up to be the most loud about it, and everyone else is just trying to have good vibes and like it for what it
Yeah,
is or
yeah.
whatever.
It's again, not every character is gonna work. Festo's never gonna work, at least in his gun from his swing out to tweak him.
Besides, I'm gonna be. I'll tell you this right now. I have heard nothing about no comic book currently having anything about Taskmaster in it right now.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, he might be brought back at some point, but he's not like an important factor. Like,
He's not. Taskmaster is like a fucking footnote.
yeah, I mean, he's there, great, but he's no like Thanos. He's no Ultron. He's no Doctor Doom. He's no um Kang. He's no Galactus. He's no
No Agatha at best. Even all the.
yeah,
It's just a thing, but yeah, Taskmaster was I think was pretty enjoyable.
yes,
And we also get to see Natasha has like a person she goes to give her shit, like
yeah.
in the black market or whatever. And he was good. I liked him.
He finally at the end there was able to get her something a little bit better than that junk helicopter.
Yes, and apparently it actually establishes how they got that in Infinity War, more or less,
Yeah,
or
yes,
what they were traveling on, more I
yeah.
guess.
And now they're able to get the other Avengers out. Besides ones like Ant-Man and
Wanda
or
and I'm sorry,
Clint and
Clint and all
yeah,
the who are in the raft. And when you think about it, about the whole foundation of what happens, so it's technically, and I'll spoil this just briefly, that it was probably Nada who probably found Captain America first, and then they all broke him out.
Yeah, probably. More likely.
Even though at the end of Civil War we see, Steve like without the mask, and he just says like, "Yeah, we're gonna save our friends" or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, so where was Natasha during this? So it's like you kind of got to make up your own time. You got to kind of make up your own timeline of certain factors.
Yeah, probably gonna meet up with him. More or less, I think that's what. Yeah, not quite perfect, but it's good. Like it's good, like theory that maybe like she meets up with them, and boom.
And they save everyone, but but Clint and Scott take the plea to like just stay on house arrest, and that's how they are not involved in anything Infinity War related, at least until we see them again in Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame.
Even though Scott's adventure takes place during kind of a little bit before Infinity War, but at the same time after the snapshot, after the blip.
Yeah, after the snapshot and the dust thing. At a moment, like once again, those post-credit scenes are great, and he had a great one.
Black Widow does have a post-credit scene, so you need to. And I was amazed. Everyone in the movie theater stood out, waited this time. No one got up. They knew the job. They knew the homework. Like, okay, they know. Good.
Yeah. And we get a certain character from Falcon Winter Soldier makes her appearance.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if this came out last year, this was supposed to be a probably big moment for Falcon for the Falcon Winter Soldier when we saw her again.
When we see Falcon Winter Soldier, we're like, oh, it's her.
Ah, what the fuck?
Collecting her Dark Avengers.
Or whatever she's doing. Dreyfus, we love you, right? We love Dreyfus.
Yes, it's damn it, I'm forgetting the name now, but
Valentino.
Yeah, with connections or one of her company history to Hydra, Nick Fury, that whole like spy area.
Hydra is. I feel like Hydra, and this is a spoiler, sorry, but you know what? I'm telling this now. But Hydra feels like it's coming back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. We're variation of it. Might not be like quote unquote Hydra, but they're more Hydra. They might not call themselves Hydra.
Yeah.
But similar, which is probably why she's like, handling Yvonne's character and our good old friend, White Russell slash, U.S. agent. He did a phenomenal job as, sort of not fake Captain America, but Captain America for takes it.
Captain America, cis white male. I am somewhat not. I don't mean to be racist, but I don't mean to be racist kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm just ignorant. I'm an ignorant ass.
Yeah. Like White Russell did a great job with that character, and he'll be great in future appearances.
Wherever that will be for the MCU noir, action oriented, physicality, government movies.
Yeah.
Because remember. Oh, go on. You go first.
I wouldn't be surprised if they appear in, Secret Invasion, maybe. Possibly. Like I said, it's up in the air, and we can only speculate. Because we have nothing really on Secret Invasion or future projects.
We don't know, and again, I'm more curious about the Sharon Carter angle from Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care where she's going. I love the character and I love the actress. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. I will just stand by her as if I'm like one of those Daenerys hard stands. But I'm not a stan. I'm a fan. Understand? But I'll stick with Sharon to see where her story is gonna lead, because I at first thought that it was gonna be about Sharon and Valentina or whatever. Like, oh fuck, really?
I mean,
Did they hook up at some point? What?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, you know, Sharon doesn't like deny that she's not the power broker, but if there's more to the power broker than we realize.
Yeah, so this whole new angle wherever the MCU is going to lead this faction of the universe is going to be interesting on for the future of Earth. And
Mm-hmm.
for the mystical side, we got Strange, Wanda, maybe Vision, and
Yes.
other things for the magical aspect. And we're eventually going to get like Ms. Marvel, and then the Captain Marvel movie, and She-Hulk,
Yeah.
which I'm curious about.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun because it's also a comedy as well.
They're gonna really capture the earlier She-Hulk angle,
Yeah.
and I believe, as an opinion, that comic book Jen will be going back to that status quo eventually.
Yes,
I don't
definitely.
think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna keep her as big, butch, hulky like that as much anymore, and say like, well, we got to match it with the movie because this could probably bring us new fans if we just bring her back to her original mindset, I guess. So, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's going to be Jen in comics in the future soon enough when the show is about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And any last words about this beside the future of the MCU? Guardians of the Galaxy will deal with the cosmic shit, so we'll see how that goes because that's already done, or it's gonna get started maybe soon enough.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the dark stuff. Loki, because that'll be ending this week or next week.
Next week we will most likely have a discussion about it too.
Oh, definitely. We'll figure out who's buying the TVA if that is actually revealed.
And even though I think the whole TVA thing will most likely have more of a big impact with the quantum
Yeah,
realm thing.
definitely.
So
Because I will point, but won't say it's gang. It'll point just like that cloud thing is a reference to him. It's just
mm,
a little Easter egg.
okay, interesting.
Because I did read up in Nectar read about it that cloud is thing is a rival to Kang in terms of the time nexus thing, where
Hmm,
even Kang doesn't encroach on it and stuff because
interesting.
reasons. So I'm not sure how the MCU is gonna touch on that. If that's part of it, what Kang doesn't deal with like that void, or if it's just once again, I think of point two, but I don't think Kang is actually involved with TVA. But but I think it will speed up his coming, maybe.
Yes, yes, and yeah. So I think the TVA will have or Kang or whoever it is going to have more of an impact in the third Ant-Man and Wasp film, most
Yes.
likely.
Uh,
And yeah, and Hawkeye, which I guess I'll be looking up for Hawkeye now at this point.
yeah. Because there'll be some future stuff with him. Because Ivana might be appearing at some point to fight him. So we'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see what the future holds for Yelena
Yeah,
and Hawkeye, Clint, and maybe
yeah,
even Kate Bishop in the future,
yeah,
who hasn't been established yet. So we'll see.
yeah. Should be established in Hawkeye, I believe.
Yes, Hawkeye is another series which you'll have to look out for to see the continuation of how the story continues from Black
Yep.
Widow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all connected now. The movies and shows are all connected.
Yep.
It's nice to find these little connections wherever we go. So it's kind of heavy implied. Watch it if you can.
Yes. Definitely, because it adds like extra stuff. Even if like it may not like impact the movies necessarily. It
Mm-hmm.
like it adds like it's like extra icing
Yes.
to
Yes.
to a cake.
Yes. And one more thing before I think we can end it. I call them the dolls because I told Mike this earlier that I was getting like similar vibes or similar things about the Black Widow project or whatever that reminded me of Street Fighter's Cammy White and the dolls that she in her story because she's like a doll artificial being or whatever and she's a doll from for Bison's body or his psycho power and
Mhm.
she
Yeah.
winds up being self-aware by Daoxin and his spiritual powers and she realizes that she wants to save her sisters, the clones and everything, the
Yeah.
dolls as they're called. And
Mhm.
that's why I'm calling them the dolls because in a way Black Widow is Cammy in a way.
Yeah.
Or they have a similar beat because they're both like they deal with espionage and all that shit.
Yeah. And she wants to end the Black Room, not Black Room, the Red Room, like program, the Black Widow program, like she thought she did it before, but the guy survives, and
Yeah,
so
and that's like her big, and that's her big, and that's her big pop, her big thing at the movie. Like I thought he was dead. No, he's dead. Did you find the body?
yeah,
She didn't even think about that. So like there was nothing to find. Really?
uh,
All right.
blew up,
Blew
um,
up. Like all right.
blew up,
I mean, if you really are sure.
yeah,
And I love the banter of Yelena and Natasha because it's like, and they also bring up the fact this is so fucking funny about Natasha's. I guess I kind of realized on the back somewhere in my head, like she's always. I didn't even notice until it's brought up that she does flip her hair whenever she does that little trippy arm shit thing. Like she
yeah,
always flips her hair, and it's just like, dude, why do you do that? Who are you doing it for? The fans,
oh,
really?
the pose,
The pose, the power pose, like. Oh, okay.
and then when Elena does that same pose, she's like sure is disgusting. Ugh.
That's disgusting. God damn it. This is so sexist. What the fuck?
Oh god, that's a great moment.
It was.
Great.
And fun fact I remember Pickle Girl from Agent Carter, RIP to that show.
Yeah,
She did the same thing.
like she's like a precursor to the Black Widow. So you think about it.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, Pickle Girl, you could have been, I guess you could have been a doll too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they should bring her character back at some point. Because spoilers, she's still kind of alive out there. So
She's
what
out
if?
there somewhere, but we don't know what happened because Agent Carter ended in a way that they thought they were going to have another season.
And then like cliffhanger because one of the characters got shot. Presumably is dead. That's how it ends. Like what?
R.I.P. Agent Carter. I mean, that was a great show. I mean, I felt that show. It had so much going for it. If only I don't know. It had fans, right?
Yeah, dead. If only they like brought it back to wrap it up.
And it was
They
run by
said,
fucking ABC of all places. Disney. Like, what the fuck?
"Hey
I don't want to
Disney,
believe it had bad ratings.
Disney, we got another Disney Plus thing. Bring back those characters, finish up that storyline."
At least one, like at least like a movie to finish it up, maybe, or
Yeah,
maybe a series, maybe.
yeah. I mean, nice. Future idea. I
Just
mean,
finish up this. Just finish up the show and the story, so we can put it to rest, and then it could be like, oh,
yeah,
and it can actually kind of actually add factor to the whole what if,
yeah,
what if,
yeah,
Peggy Carter became Captain America.
yeah. What if it's gonna be like interesting? Like all the different scenarios.
I feel that's gonna be dour though. God, I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's gonna be some dark moments of playing with like zombies, Marvel zombies.
Ultron
Uh,
ruined the world or something.
Ultron somehow beats Thanos, gets Infinity Gauntlet, or becomes Vision. Who knows? Like, if they bring James Spader as Ultron, I'd be happy, but more likely they'd probably get, like, a professional voice actor to do it. Because,
It,
like,
it might
some of
be
the
better.
voices,
It might be
yeah,
better.
in a way, it probably will be, because I know some of the actors will be back, but honestly, not everyone. Because, everyone's like, some of them have moved on. Like, Robert Downey Jr., obviously. Like, he's done. Unless he gets, I guess, paid really big bucks. Or,
I don't think he'll come.
no, no, probably not.
I think
Um,
they're going to lead the. And I think Brie Larson's busy. Maybe
yeah, probably like filming Marvel, the Marvels, maybe. Or getting ready to film, or maybe she's another film.
or she's
No,
probably connected to another project that we don't know about right now.
good point. You never know what projects other actors are doing.
hmm Chris
But,
Evans, I think he's done. I think he's done. He's done his part too.
yeah, so yeah, definitely I think they're done. Like, like I said, I expect references and Easter eggs, but yeah, as far as Tony and Steve, their part stuff,
We gotta leave it up to the We gotta leave it up to the future crew and
yeah,
let them have their future right now for the MCU. We can't just cling to the past so much. Well, some fans are doing, sadly.
yeah, sadly, because I think what I think like Christopher said, I think they honestly said that the MCU is about the future. It's moving forward, not looking back. You know, once again, Age of Ultron, Endgame, some of an impact, but they're moving forward with stuff, from that event. And we're gonna see the dominoes keep falling.
Yes, yes. How
And
long
once,
this goes on for, I don't know, but we should enjoy the ride as we see fit.
yeah, go on for as long as people wanna go out and watch movies or watch Disney Plus.
I
Because
realize I don't think I'm ever getting rid. I realize at this point I'm never gonna get rid of Disney Plus. Like, God damn it.
that's how Disney wins. They they suck you in. You know, they're $30. The
That shit is that again. That is bullshit. That is such bullshit.
Yeah, that's the one thing HBO Max has over Disney is, hey, we get these movies for free. HBO Max, I mean Disney, you gotta pay $30 for your Marvel movies. Like what?
That a fucking $30 fee. What the fuck?
So wait a few months till it's free. Or go to theaters, once again, if you don't want to go to theaters, that's fine. Just wait a couple months and, or guess hit the that's
Yeah, it just depends. It depends on you. I have a friend who likes knowing that there are some movies that just come immediately on just streaming services, and I think that's kind of like cheating or lazy. Like, dude, come on, show some respect. I don't want the theater chains to leave, but I don't believe theater chains will really dissipate for a couple of years. I think we still got some staying power for a little bit.
no, especially since people want to go to theaters. COVID says,
COVID fucked everything, and everyone's like saying, "I don't want to stay home now. I want to go out."
yeah, and they did the whole HBO Max Disney Plus movie thing because, well, they wanted to make money
Yes.
and delaying, like, if we have to wait another few months for Black Widow or some of these movies, I think interest would be dead. Some of these movies,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and once again, like it's bad to get them out some ways, even if, yeah, okay. theaters might not be back, but although they're slowly getting better.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, now that I think about it very quickly, what was I going to say about the theater chains and everything? Fuck, I forget. Fuck.
uh,
Oh well, that's probably important, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
yeah.
No, wait, I think it has something to do with Black Widow. Something about Black Widow? Fuck, I can't remember. Fuck. No, it has something to do with theater chains and. Yes! And I can't think of the brain. My brain's farting right now. Jesus Christ.
That's alright. If you think about it, we'll bring it up next time.
Yeah. But overall, Black Widow, long overdue. And I hope that this shows that anyone, male or female, can have their own film and not be worried about fan discourse saying all
Yeah.
this boo-hoo shit. And it's like, no, it's a good film.
Yeah,
Honestly, I didn't even read now. I didn't watch much trailers of this film or any of the feedback or reviews. I wanted to watch as clean as I can, and I did, and I'm happy. And I can give this film at least an 8 out of 10. It was good or great.
yeah, agreed. It's a good film. Go watch it. Don't pay attention to the fan discourse because it's half and half. Some of it's good, some of it's toxic. Um, just watch the film. If you like it, great. If you don't, it's alright too. Don't let people sway you just because they like it or don't like it. Just, you know what you like. That's
Yeah.
all you do.
And I'll be. Oh, now I remember that I believe this any kind of MCU films will come out on physical media, but the TV series might not. That's what I was gonna get at.
Yeah, and that's how Disney's gonna hook you. If you want to keep watching those series, you gotta keep us. That's just like the mouse knows how to get us.
And it's true, like I will eventually rewatch WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and Loki at some point. Like,
Yeah,
damn them! I know I will watch this and The Mandalorian.
yeah, definitely. Because I'm definitely gonna watch them with my dad. Because
Cool.
I think he's interested in at least Falcon Winter Soldier and Loki. So definitely gotta watch.
You have to build him up to WandaVision because that's just too kooky for his taste.
Yeah, but I have to explain it because it's again the weirdest.
Well, he should be. I don't know. He's like old school though. He knows about the I Love Lucy, Mary Tyler Moore shit.
I'm gonna like it, but might not get it after watching it maybe. But once again I'll speed him along a bit.
But you're right. But get him to Falcon Winter Soldier first, then build him up. Slowly build up the WandaVision. Let that be their last little. Let WandaVision be your last one you let him watch.
Yeah, because I think my dad's like much more interested in like Falcon Winter Soldier, like part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he doesn't like the Avengers or Endgame, but like.
Whoa, he doesn't like Endgame? Fuck.
No, he loves it.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying like the Captain America, those like Winter Soldier films, those are kind of like I think is more of his cup of tea.
Well, army dude, he is.
Yeah, so I think that fits better for him. But yeah, but definitely got to show him Loki when because I think you like it.
Loki. I'll have my thoughts together when we record our Loki talk or whatever. However this is gonna go, but yeah, again, my Loki died. He's dead. My Loki's dead, and that's all I'll say right now.
We got Loki's sale apparently.
But this is CJM Extra on Black Widow, and unfortunately, we do not have Chris because unfortunately he is going through technical difficulties. Unfortunately,
Yeah, his computer calmed down, and I guess he's waiting for a new one. And other bullshit happening.
So we have to be patient. So I guess we'll continue on our CGM extra shit for a while, a bit longer. But hopefully,
Yeah,
we can at least do like, even if he's on his phone, we can try to get like at least one extra where we just talk about Loki. I guess
definitely, because
we can
they talk
do it
about,
officially on the CGM official channel too. But
yeah,
I really want him to come on and have fun talking with Loki with us for next week.
yeah,
Hopefully.
because we haven't like heard as much of his thoughts stuff. Or, yeah, classic Loki, Richard E. Grant. Yeah, I mean, glad he had fun with that character. Cause, last time we saw him, he was in General Star Wars.
hmm
So it was great to kind of see him have fun with that character. And once again, I think episode 5 was probably the best so far.
I
In
mean,
my
fucking
opinion.
alligator Loki, everyone loves.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, okay. It didn't shock me anymore that there's an alligator Loki. It's like, okay.
Mm.
And Throg. Oh,
I will most likely have to rewatch Loki again once it's all done to really get a just to make sure I have my feelings in order about it. But yeah,
yeah. I think there's some good parts. Some parts just didn't fit, but maybe it's because it's one of those series that is like more about Loki as a character rather than story, which can be hit or miss.
I don't
But
know. I felt his story in Dark World was perfect to end way to end it, and then we get Ragnarok, which is also a departure, but still great.
yeah, that's true. And of course, once again, there's rumors about a season 2, but until it's like officially confirmed,
Well, we're gonna get a Captain America and Winter Soldier show second
yeah,
season, so.
true. Yeah, the entire Captain America film in the future.
Oh yeah, either that or maybe it should be maybe it really should go to film. Really spread the word that this is Captain America now. Shut up and deal.
Yeah, deal with it.
I
Because
mean, we might get Bucky. No, Bucky Soldier. He might go by have a new code name now instead of I don't want to be called the Winter Soldier anymore. What do you want to be called?
White Wolf, maybe.
White. Fuck. Thank you, Mike. White Wolf. Just call me White
I
Wolf.
mean,
Well, you're a white kid from Brooklyn. Oh, shut up.
it works.
It
Uh,
works. Shut the fuck up. I'm from Brooklyn,
yeah,
so
it
fuck
works.
off.
Or maybe if Captain America and Bucky, who knows what they'll do.
Who knows what Bucky will do in the future, but I'm positive he'll stick by with Sam, and we'll see how that goes.
Definitely, because that friendship was great.
It was, and I just realized something. Black Widow and Bucky really don't have much conversation with each other in the entire MCU. Because
And
I bring that up because in the comics they're like they were a couple at one point too.
yeah, they were. And yeah, I mean, if they were doing another movie, maybe, who knows? Once again, the future's up in the air at this point.
Yeah,
With what they'll do with some of these characters.
well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But look forward to our Loki talk
Yeah.
for CGM Extra at some point,
Uh,
and hope to see you there. And have a good night, people.
yeah. Good night, guys. See you all next time. Later.
Later.